Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Linslink, Clinic Administrator and Care Coordinator for AdvaCare Clinics. We are a Medicare Certified Outpatient Rehabilitation Facility. What does that mean for you, the potential patient? It means trust and knowing that we are doing the most current documentation and therapy protocols that are available to help deal with your back, spine, and soft tissue injuries. Please watch this video. It's called A Tale of Two Crashes. It has somebody, a stunt person, volunteering to be rear-ended in a car doing about 4 miles an hour and a little over 6 miles an hour. Please watch the whole video. They do high speed, regular speed, and then slow speed imaging to show you exactly what happens to your body in a very short period of time, less than 1/3 of a second. Please watch in the higher speed, only 6 miles an hour, the expression on the woman's face. She's a stunt person, she knows she's going to get hit, and watch the pain that she demonstrates in a 6 mile an hour impact. She sustained disc injuries at 2 levels in her neck from this and had to go in for clinical treatment as well. And she knew it was coming. Imagine you're sitting on the freeway and you're not expecting it and you're stopped and somebody plows into you at 20 to 30 miles an hour. There's also a commercial on right now on TV by the Minnesota Department of Transportation where they have a camera on the side of a building encouraging you to wear seat belts. The research that they're basing that commercial on was done on motor vehicle accidents like this. What they state in that commercial is that if you're dropped from a height of 2 stories, it's the same as getting rear-ended at 25 miles an hour. They're really trying to make you wear the seat belt, but what the original research talked about was the traumatic force or G-force that you have. It's like being dropped from 20 feet into a lazy boy laying on its back on the ground. That's how hard you're getting hit, and that's what causes that whip effect. The seatbelt's going to stop you from going through the windshield, but it's not going to stop you from getting whiplash. In fact, most single point harnesses, unlike what they have in NASCAR, have been shown to actually cause more damage to the shoulders because when you're hit or rear-ended or you hit somebody, you actually turn and rotate, causing more rotational shear or strain to the tissues and tearing. So please watch this video and enjoy. Feel free to give us a call for further questions or consultation, and rest assured that we can provide you the best services to help you get out of your pain as fast as possible.
The first step in understanding how someone can be injured during a crash is to see what happens during a rear-end collision. The best way to do this is to study crash test footage involving live human test subjects. We're going to look at live crash tests of 2 different speeds. The first one is a 3.9 mile per hour crash, and the second is at 6.3 miles per hour. These are considered very low speed collisions, and many collisions in the real world are at much higher speeds. Live occupant tests are not done at higher speeds simply because they are not safe for volunteers. First, we'll watch the cars from the outside as they collide. As you can see, the occupant motion takes place very quickly, in about 1/10 of a second. Let's change our view slightly and see the effects on the occupant during the crash. First, we'll watch the impact at its actual speed. As we can see, the occupant is exposed to very rapid accelerations. In fact, in this collision of just 4 miles per hour, the occupant's head experienced 5 Gs of force, comparable to what a fighter pilot might experience, but without any protective equipment. And this is from a collision of about walking speed. Now, let's slow this crash down so that we can see the details of the occupant motion. As we can see in this video, the car is accelerated forward, pushing the pelvis and torso forward with the car seat. Since the occupant's head is not in contact with the car, it lags behind the body until it hits the head restraint. Finally, the head rebounds forward in the direction of the car's motion. Remember, this is a collision that took place at less than 4 miles per hour. Now, let's look at a collision just a bit faster, 6 miles per hour. First, we'll watch the crash from outside the car. We can see that the force is dramatically greater on the occupant in this collision. When we move inside the car, we can see that although the speed of the collision is just slightly faster than the first crash, the occupant forces are much more dramatic. When we slow down the crash test, we can see the same body motion as before, but the accelerations that the occupant experiences are much higher. In this crash test, the occupant experienced 9 Gs of force, almost twice that of a 4-mile-per-hour crash. So, though the speed only increased by 50%, the forces on the occupant doubled. To demonstrate how this can result in injury to the neck, let's look at it this way. The human head weighs about 10 pounds on average. When accelerated to 9 Gs, the human head effectively weighs 9 times its normal weight, or 90 pounds. And all of this occurs in just a fraction of a second. As we'll see in the other videos, it is the rapid acceleration of the head in relation to the torso that results in whiplash injuries.